So now that we know our way around, let's start getting some audio in. I have my audio interface set up, so we should be good to go. Create a new track. Now let's make sure it's an audio track. Assign the audio input to an input on your audio interface, so that it can receive an audio signal. I've assigned my input to input 1 on my Inbox 2 Pro. Click on the Record Enable button so that the track can start receiving audio. I'm recording my voice now, so you should notice the signal on the meter here as I talk. Keep an eye on these levels. If the signal goes up too high, drop the input level on your audio interface. It's a bit of a double-edged sword. You also want to make sure that the signal is not too low. Because what happens is, if you need to start raising the level, you'll be raising the noise floor level as well. This may sound a bit like gibberish to you, if you haven't heard of this term before. But what happens is that there's this low-level noise hanging around when you record that you might not be aware of. And when you start raising the level, this noise floor will become audible. If you have multiple inputs on your audio interface and are wanting to record more than one audio source at a time, make sure to choose the correct respective inputs on each track. Let's say you're recording a drum kit. You've set up multiple mics around the kit. I've set up the following tracks: kick, snare, tom 1, tom 2, overhead 1, and overhead 2. Make sure you choose the corresponding mic on your audio tracks to the mic set up on the kit. So for example, my mic on the kick is going to input 1 on my audio interface. Then on my kick track, I'm going to set the input to input 1. My snare mic is going to input 2 on my audio interface, so I'm going to set up the input on the snare track to input 2. And so on for the following tracks. So let's quickly just go through the rest of them here and set them up. Okay, overhead over there, and overhead 2. Okay, we're done with that. Then record enable all the tracks, and the drums will be recorded onto all 6 tracks at the same time, capturing the full drum kit. My tracks won't record anything, as I'm not recording a drum kit. I'm just going through the steps with you so that you know how this is done. Record and you'll see that it'll record onto all the 6 tracks we've set up. And let's stop. And just click Save All to save the audio. Here's a handy trick for you in Reaper. If you hold down on the mouse button and swipe up or down, the record buttons are disabled or enabled. It's the same with the other buttons like mute and solo. This makes it very quick and easy to change multiple tracks at a time. So you see here again with the solo, and let's just do the same with the record again. Before I record my audio, I want to check some project settings. Let me first save this project. Go to File, and then Save Project As. I'm going to call this project Recording Audio. I want to point out a few things about the dialog box that comes up. I suggest creating a subdirectory for the project. This will make a separate folder for the project and all its media. You can copy all the media into the project. This consolidates the project nicely and makes sure everything is easy to find. Also, if you pass this project on to someone else, at least all the media will be in the one place. You can also convert media. If you click the format box, you can choose another format for the media that it's going to be copied to in the project directory. This is the trim box, where you can set how much of the media will be trimmed. Quite nice if you have a pre-roll metronome coming in when you record. You can choose to trim the regions for you automatically. I'll go over these settings and menus again in later tutorials, if you're not too clear. But let's first start getting some audio into Reaper. I'm going to record my voice. I have my mic set up on input 1. Record enable the track, and press record. Test 1, test 2, test 1, test 2, test 1, test 2. And that's how to get audio into Reaper. Next, I'll expand on the audio editing tools.